Hello and welcome. I'm Ade-OLUWA, and Father, I pray that let the words of my mouth, Jehovah my God, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Um, I want my words to be something that helps me, helps others, helps everybody that listens, to think and make the right decisions. All right. I'm sorry. I was just checking out my face. I'll tell you why in another video. Um, I can't believe the difference. I found some sort of exercise that sculpts, like that does like a face workout, and I noticed that my face seems a bit, there seems to be a bit of a lift um, on both sides of my face. Then again, it might be because I've lost a bit of weight. So yeah. So enough about me. Ah, we're talking about complicated relationships or non-existent perceived relationships that are not relationships at all, that is filled with tension and everything. So mostly I'm just gonna talk about, I mean, I know it's a long time ago, like it's been years now already, like 2-3 years if I'm not mistaken. So but these things still happen, and I just feel that for me this topic is new again because I just watched it like yesterday, like as at the time I was making this video, like the day before that. So it's fresh for me. It might have happened 3 years ago, but it's fresh for me. And yeah, it's Perexo, and a lady he was friends with that wanted, I mean, that word friends with benefit just sort of pissed me out. Like, what is friends? Like, when you say friends with benefits, the next thing you think, and I don't, and now I think I understand a bit why people thought that he was, he and the lady were having sex, right? I did post in under one of the videos, I don't know whether it was under a commentary about that video by Jubilee, or yeah, I think it was under the those who were running commentary. Can't recall their channel name right now. There's these two guys who were commenting on it, like, so yeah, that friends with benefit thing was for me kind of misleading because there was no where pair or the lady said they were having sex. That's by the way. Anyways, let's put that aside for now. Now, I was saying in my previous video that sometimes, like, it's always best to do the right thing. Not sometimes, it's always best to do the right thing. And he was doing the good thing by trying to explain to the lady that he cannot have a romantic relationship with her, like he's not ready or whatever. And she was trying to convince him that they should have a relationship, that they should, like she was saying he's her boyfriend, that he doesn't know it and all of that. Now, I was reading the comment section because you learn a lot of things from reading comments. It's not just a sample opinion, but to enlighten you better on some things. And some people were talking about culture differences. See, this culture thing, is not being so. It's not. Let me speak general English. I just spoke Nigerian English. Now, what that meant was culture is a determining factor in everything. How you relate to somebody, how you view things, it could be the deal breaker, and it can actually not just break the deal, but probably break your heart while you're at it. Now, someone mentioned in the comment section, and a lot of people agreed with that person, which means that it's actually true to a certain extent. You understand? I mean, the number of likes and the number of agreements you get make you think, well, who would have thought? Would you look at that? Now, what that person in the comment section said was, in America, people date for a very, very long time, and they see nothing wrong with that. Like, it's just normal for them to just date, not define it, just and date multiple people, right? Like, dating for them is just hanging out and respecting each other's boundaries. If the person says, no, I'm not doing this or the other, you just respect that and maybe find someone else who would do that, this and that with you, and you end up having a lot of people you're dating, you know. But it's no, it seems like it's no big deal in America, in the United States of America. Now, apparently, if you, from the lady's accent, you can guess that she's not obviously American, she's European. And in the comment section, the man was saying, in Europe, if you have seen someone more than 3 times, you are an item. Do you understand? That is the culture in Europe. Like, when you're seeing someone more than, at least when you've seen someone 3 times, you like that person enough. So why can't they be your boyfriend or your girlfriend? Well, boyfriend in this case. And that was where the woman was coming from. So this issue was a matter of cultural clash, right? Apart from the guys, I'm not ready and all that, there was also cultural clash. What she expected was that if I am seeing somebody, if I'm spending my social time, the time I'm supposed to spend with other, you know, in a social setting, I'm spending it with one person a lot, then what is the difference between what we are doing and what boyfriend and girlfriends do together? And he's saying, wait, let's not label it now. And that is where he, like I said in the last video, got the F-boy, that got hung on him like that, you know. And I mean, I can't really blame people for saying that, because when I watched the interview, because I watched what he had to say about the situation, you know. And where I come from, there is a saying that when you listen to one side of the story, to put it plainly, you're a wicked person when you hear only one side of the story and come to conclusions based on that one side. So I listened to him, and I kind of understood where he was coming from, but I wanted to see this whole situation in a full context. So I took the time, which I didn't really have. I was busy, you understand? But I took the time, like, if I don't do this now, I had started this already. I might as well see this to its logical conclusion. So what I did was I went to look for the video where this whole thing started, and I watched it. And then I saw from both sides what really happened. It was a misunderstanding. You understand? She felt that if you like me enough that we spend a lot of time together, why can't we? You know, he talked about them always screaming at each other. She might see that as a passionate exchange. You understand? Why Pear was not comfortable with that. Actually, men are generally not comfortable when they have to always argue with somebody. But for women, we see it differently. We see it as communication. Now, not all women, mind you, but you will find women who would say, well, you guys are communicating, emotions rise, that is normal. Do you understand? But for men, they don't like conflict. They don't like conflict. I've noticed that. Like, hardly will you find a man who will just pick a fight with a woman just because he feels like it. They don't like when emotion starts to rise, when, you know, things get heated up in a conversation, they run. They either run or they shut down. Well, they run either emotionally or they run physically. Like, they just shut down. And the woman is like, no, we need to talk. And the man is like, no, I don't want to talk to you again. And that hurts the woman. Like, he doesn't want to talk to me. He's not communicating with me. So now I see both sides of it. And for me, here is the thing. I don't think the issue is that they were yelling at each other. I think the issue is that the guy didn't see the reason why he should find himself in that situation, because he wasn't obviously in love with her. At least he didn't love her the way she loved him, right? She didn't want to be with him the way she wanted to be. What did I just say? He didn't want to be with her the way she wanted to be with him. And that in itself, whether there is a cultural difference or not, look, the common denominator to any kind of relationship is if the feeling is neutral, there is agreement. Once there is no agreement, the Bible asks a very, very succinct question that is actually a rhetoric. The Bible is full of rhetorics. You know, when people think that Bible, we just read the Bible and it forces opinion that are truth. There are a lot of questions that you have to think about. And that is what makes a lot of Christians committed to Christianity, because the Christianity is a faith that gets you to think until you can't think anymore. The Bible says, can two walk together except they agree? It's a question. What do you think? Maybe you should give me a response in the comment section. Can two work together except they agree? And these two obviously did not agree. And unfortunately, the woman was so, she so wanted it to work the way she wanted that she just didn't see that. And that really caused her a lot of pain, you know. Of course, Pierre said he was pained too, you know, and I can understand, like, he empathized, like, I know how that feels like, you know. We'll talk about this some more. Until then, stay safe, eat healthy, eat organic, build your immune system. That is very key. Build your immune system. If you have to go out, when you have to go out, wear your masks. Take your sanitizer with you, and you know, maintain proper social distancing. Okay, please. I hate to say this, but this thing is not a joke. Okay, so stay safe, stay healthy, and shalom.